It was designed by filmmakers for filmmakers, singularly invested in delivering the maximum experience short of illegal exotic substances. For a couple of years, the committee, myself along with John Favreau, Chris Nolan, Betty Thomas, Michael Apted, Sean Levy, have been working to reimagine it from the ground up. We wanted the ability to screen everything from the 35mm archival prints to those cutting edge Dolby Vision. In doing so, we worked with the best, including world-leading theater designer Gensler and the top.
An upgrade to a venue that's supported the COLCOA Festival for years and years.
Well, the one thing I would add is that it's actually on schedule and a little bit under budget.
The filmmaker reminds that it's on schedule and under budget. Congratulations. If only the same could be said of the Academy Museum. Even some things that we haven't ourselves seen, but are dying to see, and one of the great advantages of being part of this process has been, oh Francois, there's this amazing film I heard at this festival. The reviews have been great. How do we get that to Los Angeles? And one of the things that's so amazing about COLCOA every year is, of course, he's working with major distributors, Netflix and Amazon being new additions, to the relatively new additions to the family. But there are many films that don't have that sort of distribution yet, and maybe the only time we hope it will attract distribution, maybe the only time Angelinos can see these films. So let's start with maybe the big kahuna, the opening night film, an Amazon Studios release, Les Miserables, which Amy's going to tell us a little bit about.
Hello everybody. Yeah, I'm so excited to talk about this film. As you heard, it is Les Miserables, which if you follow or care about French film at all, I'm sure you've already heard about it a little bit on your radar since it did win the jury prize at this year's Cannes. What I want to talk about it is actually what I find one of the more interesting elements of this film, which is, I'm guessing most people out here know the photographer J.R. He was a big part of Faces and Places, of course, the film with Agnès, the documentary. He took a famous picture during the riots of 2005 in France. Maybe some people can picture it when I describe it. It's of a young man holding a camera like a gun. And that young man is the man who actually directed Les Miserables. His name is Ladj, and he has been a journalist, a documentary filmmaker, a short filmmaker. And this, Les Miserables, is his very first narrative film, which is why I think it's such an interesting, fascinating, big deal that we're getting to bring it here to Cannes, to COLCOA for its debut. What the film is about is, of course, it's him sort of dissecting the climate of a neighborhood, much in the way that Victor Hugo did. Ladj actually grew up in the same neighborhood where Les Miserables was set, where Victor Hugo set it. And what you really see is just sort of this neighborhood and the tensions within it just repeating themselves over and over again. That what was relevant for Victor Hugo was relevant in 2005, and it's relevant today, both in France and also in America. A lot of the tensions he sees in the neighborhood between the cops, the people who live in the neighborhood, the children, the Muslim Brotherhood, and the role that they have to play. And so I think it's just so fantastic to get to have this film here as our opening night. He initially made this film as a short, and now he's expanded it, and I think it is a film that really